All right guys, so today we are testing out a bunch of pre-made kinds of chocolate chip cookies and we're gonna see which one's the best. So let's get started. So as you can see, I have my milk here to taste test all of these cookies. First, we're just gonna go through. We got Famous Amos cookies, Chips Ahoy, the Deluxe Original Keeblers. We got Pepperidge Farm Milk Chocolate. And lastly, we got Tate's Bake Shop. So these are all very common cookie companies that I've seen at the grocery store here in Ohio. So we're just gonna go through, see which ones are the best. I haven't had any of these cookies for years, some of them never. So let's just get into it. So first we're gonna go for these Tate's. So these are the thin and crispy chocolate chip cookies by Tate's. They smell good. It's got a little bit of like a brown butter flavor to it, which I really like, and a crispy cookie. So if you don't like crispy thin cookies, you definitely wouldn't like these, but I appreciate them. The chocolate's not great in the cookies, and I do wish that there were a little bit more chocolate chips. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank these guys 6 out of 10. Next, we're going to be trying the Pepperidge Farm Milk Chocolate Cookies. I have high expectations for these ones. I think they're gonna be my favorite. Ooh. So first of all, the presentation, look at that. So these really kind of give you like a farm home kind of vibe, like you pick these up from your neighbors that made a bunch of cookies for Christmas or something. They're very soft and the chocolate looks very light, so probably pretty sweet, but let's see. Yeah, so that chocolate is insanely sweet, like a kid's fun-sized candy bar or Hershey Kiss or something. It's just a little bit too much. I do appreciate the chewy cookie, but these ones, way too sweet. Pepperidge Farm, way too sweet. We'll go ahead and give this one a 4 out of 10. Next, let's go ahead and dig into the Famous Amos cookies. These ones also I really like. I remember as a child just getting a bag of Famous Amos, like the fun size ones, and loving them. But I haven't had them in years. So Famous Amos is notorious for just like tiny little snackable cookies, which I do really appreciate because it's kind of fun to just sit there and munch on a bunch of cookies rather than just eating 1 or 2 per serving. So let's see. So this is a very crumbly cookie. Not a lot of flavor, to be honest. Like the flavor's not bad, it's not too sweet, but there's just not much flavor at all. It's kind of like halfway between a normal chocolate chip cookie and like Cookie Crisp, I think. So it's one that you just sit there and eat a bunch of. It's not one you eat one. It's not one of those things you just eat one of and then you're satisfied. I'll give these guys a 5 out of 10. They're better than the other ones because they're much more snackable. All right, so next we're gonna get into one of my childhood classics, Keebler Elf chocolate chip cookies. So these are their original chocolate chip cookies. I like the amount of chocolate chips I'm seeing in there. Again, another kind of like, another crumbly kind of cookie. Okay, so this is my favorite cookie so far, and I'll tell you why. The chocolate chips in this are not too sweet. They have a little bit more of a cocoa kind of a flavor to them, which is a really nice balance for the sweetness of a cookie dough. It's also got a little bit of saltiness in the cookies, so I appreciate that as well. I'm gonna give these guys a 7.5 out of 10. Lastly, we got our Chips Ahoy. So, Chips Ahoy right here. Again, a nice amount of chocolate chips, very similar size and texture to the Keebler ones, so let's see if they're any better. Okay, so these ones are really good too. The chocolate in this one is a sweeter chocolate than the Keebler ones, but it does still have a very rich cocoa kind of a flavor. So I really appreciate that in these. They are a little bit more fall apart and crumbly than the other cookies, but still a classic, still delicious. I'll give these guys a 7 out of 10. So guys, just so you know, these ratings are based off of just store-bought chocolate chip cookies. So I'm not basing this off of like compared to the giant cookies, gourmet cookies, or any kind of a homemade cookie in general. So I hope you like this video. Let me know down in the comments below your favorite kind of pre-made chocolate chip cookie or any good chocolate chip cookie recipes that you think I should try. I hope you guys have a dope day.